Good afternoon and welcome to The State. Thank you for choosing us. The show is brought to you by Christian Service University, located in Kumasi in the Ashanti region. My name is Gabriel Ankrah. Stay for more details.
The Christian Service University, a fully chartered private university in Ghana, is inviting applications for admission. Undergraduate programs include BSc Nursing and Midwifery, Computer Science, Information Technology, Bachelor of Business Administration, BA Communication Studies, Planning and Social Development, and Theology with Administration. Postgraduate programs include MSc in Accounting and Finance, Monitoring and Evaluation, Corporate Planning and Governance. We have MA MPhil Communication Studies, MA Christian Ministry with Management, Event Management, MPhil English and Mathematics Education. With quality, faculty and state-of-the-art facilities, we blend academic work with entrepreneurial mindset in all our programs. For more information, please call 0246 275375, 0240 154825, or 0244 596603, or visit our website www.csuc.edu.gh. CSU is located at Odenaho Kwadaso on the Kumasi-Obuasi Road, 100 meters off Star Junction. Choose CSU today to secure the future of Africa.
And to make him better known. That's
Sorry, not sure.
Wake up to a purposeful day.
Get ready for a transformational morning experience.
Sorena Shrine is here to build our spirituality, mental and physical well-being.
Through positive, inspiring actions and stories.
We bring you exciting activities and conversations that develop us as a people and as a nation.
We take a look at the trending issues in Ghana and the rest of the world.
And we also review the impacting stories from our local newspapers.
Every morning, we bring you stories of hope, change, and renewal.
We empower you through the Word of God and provoke you to live the purposeful life destined for you.
Join us, Anita Kwako,
and the Reverend Ajika Vincent Agbamanya, Monday to Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. as we take you on an inspiring journey, live and exclusively on WTV.
You may also join us on Facebook at WTV Ghana and on YouTube at Wesleyan TV Ghana.
Sorry, not Shrine.
Wake up to a purposeful day.
Sorena Shrine is brought to you by
Danwell Insurance, Multi-Credit Savings and Loan,
and the Methodist University Ghana.
Welcome back. Let us do W Briefs. On W Briefs, this particular segment, what we do is to give you an executive summary, a snapshot of what we are discussing this afternoon. So, if you have observed lately, the Labour Front has witnessed intense actions in the recent time, from Labour group organizations to University Teachers Association of Ghana, to Public Service Workers Union, to mortuary workers, and the list is endless. The latest to join these agitations is a group calling itself Coalition of Hygiene Students Ghana. This coalition of students who are in our schools of hygiene, what is really their concern? So these students have petitioned the Ministry of Health over so many unresolved issues that they claim affect their study, it claim affect their internship wherever they are. So the concerns of the group mainly are on their allowances, infrastructure, positioning and transfer issues, and then charging of fees. These are issues of concern to them, but particularly students of the School of Hygiene in Tamale. What is their concern? The concern with these students on campus is that they are calling for correction of omissions. They claim Ministry of Health made certain omissions of names of students who must be placed on the financial clearance list. So the financial clearance is simply the list that the Ministry of Finance finally approves after it's been submitted to them by the Ministry of Health. So there have been the omission of certain names which the students claim are people who are qualified to be on this financial clearance list. The coalition has also raised concerns about rejection of forms. They claim when they take forms to the IPPD, the IPPD is a department at the Ministry of Health. IPPD is Integrated Payroll and Personnel Database Room. That when they send the list there, their names are not clear. There's a delay in working on those things. So what really is the concern of this? The question this afternoon on the show is that are these aggrieved students, the concerns, are they justified? And what have been the response of the Ministry of Health to the concerns of these aggrieved students? We will explore the issue shortly. Please stay.
Nyansa, it's Shannon Peninano, and I Jen Peninano. The baby Biara and Penufuashia, Naya Sayajun. Ne open Yansano, or Ben Wa, or the good year, Chadjunimo good year, and a coffee. Penu Sayajun, and some more drop, and some polo. Somewhere, ye tear bobra, a co ye, a frasi frito, near open Yansano, or Manguan Guenia say, then Peninsula Yajuni, the Bay Shira, Amano, and then in Chirima, Yadamwasi.
The impending in Soyajuni, Jemre, Nashayan, Mimnin Day, Nimimnin de Pia, and no pat no watching, or Wesleyan television so.
Welcome back from the break. So on the stage this afternoon, we are looking at the concerns raised by a group calling itself the Coalition of Hygiene Students, Ghana. Their concerns are that they have sent petition to the Ministry of Health on issues of their allowances that is affecting interns or people who go on attachment or national service personnel. Also, they claim that when they send their list to the Ministry of Health for data processing and personnel issues, some of the names are omitted. So this afternoon, we will explore the concerns of these students from the schools of hygiene, and then find out possible lasting remedies to this concern. The show is brought to us by Christian Service University, which is an evangelical liberal arts institution established 50 years ago to train men and women with ethical values for transformational leadership in Africa. Admissions for the 2024-2025 academic year is in progress for undergraduate and postgraduate programs. CSU offers dynamic academic and industry-driven programs in nursing, midwifery, business administration, communication, planning, and computer science. For more information, please contact our admission relations officers on 0246275375, 0240154825, or 0244596603, or visit our website on www.csuc.edu.gh. Choose CSU today to secure the future of Africa. CSU, the university of choice. So it promises to be an interesting conversation. We're going to hear from the students their concerns that they claim the Ministry of Health has, should we say, 10 deaf ears to. We're going to find out what the issues are and whether the ministry is really aware of the concerns being raised by these students. We will be joined for the discussion by the president of the Coalition of Hygiene Trainees. We will quickly do the online with the president who has joined us. So, Linton Bami, president of the coalition, good afternoon and thank you for joining us on the stage.
Good afternoon, sir.
Wonderful. I hope I got your last name well.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Please, Linton, can you put on your camera so that our viewers can see you as we have this discussion? Great. So, if Linton, you can hear me. Before we go deep into the issues, tell me about your group. What is the Coalition for Hygiene Students Ghana? Tell us about your group.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I think this Coalition Ghana, it was there since, and we were there as students. So our predecessors, they used it. That was the year 2020 when they were facing these challenges in terms of posting and then allowances. So I think they used it. That was the year 2020. And then they got the posting and they left. So we came and then we took over the Coalition Ghana. And this coalition is representing all hygiene students across the country. That's hygiene student from Tamale, hygiene student from Hu, and hygiene student from Ankrah, Olibu.
So three hygiene schools, you mean?
Yes, please.
And so by your submission, it means your group was founded in 2020.
Yes, please.
So you've been in existence for 4. So your seniors championed their cause and they got results. Since then, yes, you have also been doing that. So you are all service personnel, or you doing your internship? What is your group doing, or you are still in school?
Yes, no service personnel. I think we just ended.
You just ended. Okay, so what numbers are we talking about who have been affected? Hello, Linton. So viewers, we are on the line with the president of a group calling itself Coalition. Linton, you can hear me?
Yes, please. Great. We just ended the service.
Yes, okay. So I was asking you, Linton, the numbers of your colleagues affected by the, let's say, non-responsive nature for those who have to take action. How many of you are affected?
But we were 103 students, but later on one passed on. So we were 102 students.
102 students. Great. So yes, what are your concerns?
First of all, when they omitted the names, first of all, we wrote a letter to Minister of Health and then the Allah Health. So we were doing follow-up almost about 2 months. We were not getting the results. So I think the later part, we used to go like twice in a week. And there was a day that they called the General Secretary telling him that the money that we are even following them is a token to some of them. That made us unwilling to go and do the picketing over there.
How much is involved?
The conditions that we are passing through is not easy. It's not easy. So first of all, our picketing was based on them granting us the financial grants. Then first of all, the second point was based on sometimes when we get posting for the national service, they process to the local government. So mostly we're supposed to fill the IPPD form at the health directorate. So when the personnel go there to fill, they will tell them that they are not responsible for our IPPD forms. So we have to go to where we did the national service. So when you go there too, they will tell you that no, they will not give us the IPPD forms. We have to go to Minister of Health. Now, when you pick the national service appointment letter, on point 2, they listed point 1 up to point 10. So the point 2, they have indicated it clearly that the money is supposed to be paid by Minister of Finance. So even when you show the letter to the health director, they will tell you that no, you have to go back to where you did the service. It was just like they were just, you go here, go here, go here. People travel to Ankrah, to the Minister of Finance, Health to go and fill the IPPD form, and they send them back again. So later, we told them that they should give us a letter so that, or they should communicate to the various health directorates across the country so that our people can access the IPPD forms over there. So they told us that they have done it, but still people were going there and then it was the same problem. And then the third one, our seniors, some did their national service. They did their national service since 2021, 2022, and yet they didn't receive their NSS allowance as well. And beside that, too, I spoke about the IPPD forms. So we were also demanding that they have to give us the IPPD form instantly for it to fill, so that they will endorse it before we now leave from the ministry. So I think this is what we were demanding for.
Okay, yes. Let me seek a few clarifications from your submission. How much is the allowance?
Yes, in all, it should be
Mr. Bami.
If they are paying, they do some deduction. So you get. Hello, sir.
So if we lost you midway, could you go over the amount you mentioned?
Yes, it would be every month is 871 cedis.
Okay.
So and it's supposed to be 12 months, so it will be 10,452 cedis. But when they are doing the payment, they will do some deduction.
Yes.
We don't even know where the deduction comes from. So we will take like 9,000 and some amount.
Okay. So still clarifying issues. The students of the schools of hygiene, initially you were under local government, but now you've been placed under Ministry of Health. Is that right?
Yes. Okay, please. What happened is that when it comes to training, it's Minister of Health that will train us. So if you are in school, everything belongs to Minister of Health. So the teaching, everything is under Minister of Health. Paying of students' allowance, they are the people that will pay the student allowance. So when you finish your national service and you get posting, you don't go to local government.
You now go to, so in the training, in the course of the training, MOH bears your tuition and everything that concerns you. But then after service, local government.
Yes, please.
What do you do? You seem to be, now you are placed under Allied Health, I'm sure for credentialing purposes or for CPD purposes. The hygiene students, what do you do differently?
Okay, hygiene students actually, or when we talk of hygiene, we are into this prevention and then promoting of the well-being of people within a community. Hello.
Prevention of diseases.
Yes, please.
How do you? So when we are out there, how do we tell this is a student from School of Hygiene?
Okay, actually, we have our routine inspections that we do. We go out to field to educate people about health and we also see to it if there is emergency about health or whatever, we also include ourselves over there. So basically, we are into sanitations.
Sanitation.
Yes, we didn't, yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you wear the brown khaki and then the white top mainly? Usually with the local
Yes,
government
please.
agencies.
Yeah.
Really great. Let me find out from you. You in your petition to MOH, you mentioned that you deserve equal recognition and compensation. Which other group in the Ministry of Health are you comparing yourselves with?
Yes, when it comes to the nurses, look, when it comes to training, in fact, we do the same thing. When it comes to fees, we pay. Look, currently, school fees, hygiene student school fees is about 3,000 plus a semester, not yearly. A semester, we pay semester. Every semester we pay fees, and upon all that we buy handouts as well. And a semester, a student, we can study like I'm a diploma student, and the lowest courses I've ever studied in school was 11 courses within a semester. Yes. So we are all in the same, the same level. But when it comes to these allowances and posting, it's like they pay much attention to them as compared to we, the hygiene student. It's like we are not recognized in the system and we are not important to the country. Yes.
Interesting, Linton. So who is it, the Ministry of Health or the local government? Because after training, local government deploys you to do the preventive measures that you do in the area of sanitation and environment. And I am tempted to believe that the local government has structures that recognizes, because the school has been in existence. So your seniors have been produced and they are serving in the various capacities that they can. So don't you think it couldn't be so, as it were, true that they don't care about you?
Yes, for this point particular, I should blame the local government. Yes.
Great. So viewers, if you are just joining us on the state, we are this afternoon having a conversation with the Coalition of Hygiene Students Ghana. It's a group that petitioned the Ministry of Health on their financial clearance issues, on issues of infrastructure, and they want recognition that certain names have been omitted and they want them corrected. And the service personnel have not been paid for the period 2020-2021. Their seniors have not been paid. They've sent petitions to the Ministry of Health severally, but no response. Let me put on record that WTV, we did our best to reach the Ministry of Health to respond to the claims or demands of these students, but we've not received any favorable response yet. We'll keep pushing to see and hear if the employer or MOH or local government will come through to respond to the needs of the students. So this afternoon, we are looking at the concerns of these students. And we are on the line with the president, their national president, Linton Bamie. He's based in Tamale. We're having a discussion with him to understand and appreciate their concerns and demands. So Linton, let me come back to you. Let me find out. You mentioned something about infrastructure and then fees. What is the challenge with your infrastructure?
Okay, in fact, currently when we visit hygiene schools, in fact, we are lacking of infrastructures because you enter one room that student would be like about 20 or just a small room. That the room is supposed to be spacious a bit to accommodate, in fact, some number of students. And currently they have to use some of the classrooms for, hostel facilities. Yes, and I think this one, they need to do something about it. They need to, and when it comes to fees, there are some fees that students are paying that we don't get it.
Like
Yes.
what?
So
Like can you be specific? What are others getting that you don't?
one, like we have some fees, like we have facility fees, practicals, a whole lot of things. There are some fees that you pay there that you don't even do those kind of things, but you have to pay. Computer maintenance and a whole lot of things. Me, when we went to hygiene there, I think we only visited we were doing ICT only one semester. And it's like every semester you have to pay computer maintenance.
When
While we did computer course only one semester.
so whether you do
So
it
there
or
are
not, you pay.
fees within the school fees list that, in fact, we have to work on it.
Mr. Bambi, our viewers really want to appreciate what you do because you are calling for national attention, and rightly so. In your petition, you refer to yourself as tankers. Is your group the tankers group?
Yes, mostly we are the environmental health officers, but popularly known as tankers or sama as well.
So tanker sama, what do you do now currently? You those times when your gutters are not clean and they say sama or tankers is coming, we run helter skelter and we clean our environment. Is that what you still do?
Yes, please. And in fact, concerning about this, in fact, looking at the country is so big in a sense that the number of environmental health officers we have in the system, they can't manage the country. Why am I saying this? Because when you go to a district assembly, we have a few environmental health officers there. And the communities that they have to manage, you can see one environmental health officer managing about 50 or 30 communities. While that district assembly, there's no even a motorbike for them to ride. So now, how do they manage these communities?
Linton, when you go around to the communities, let me just take this clarification. When you go around to the communities, let's say you enter a household, what do? You do education. You call them, don't drop your litters in the gutter, don't do this. What really is your role?
Yes, fantastic one there. First of all, what we do is that we inspect their water.
Source of drinking water.
The source of water, their nature of water. How does their water look like? Their bathhouse. In fact, we make sure that their environment, their premises is clean. In fact, we do a lot. We do a lot in communities.
Yeah, because Ghanaians really want to, so that we add our voices to your concerns and demands. So it is just proper that we understand and the role and then appreciate the work the work you do. We appreciate the work you do.
Please, we do a lot, but just that the officers, they are few in the system. And look, since the last posting that they did was 2020.
2020.
And since 2020 up to date, we have graduated from 2021, 2022, 23, up to 24. We are sitting in a house without no posting.
But
about 4 badges. And these 4 badges, we are less across the country, we are less than 3,500. We are less than 3,500.
But you know,
so if you are, they can also be fixed somewhere, manage over there.
Yes, but Mr. Bambi, you know that with the financial clearance, there are backlog to be cleared. There are nurses who are also sitting at home. I don't recall the last batch, but I think 2021, that batch, they are now recruiting them, and it's in phases and batches. So is it that it's only you, or you want special attention to be given to the tankers people?
Yeah, not that I said, but looking at things, look at the population, less than 3,500. But every day, they will say this disease is like this, every day, a whole lot of things altogether. And look at the sanitation level within the country. Look at the sanitation. Very, very, very bad. So the officers, they are just few in the system. and they need more officers to work.
So if we produce more of you, Linton, what you are saying is that the issue of filth in the capitals and in our cities, sanitation will be something that wouldn't be a big problem, because you play a role of educating people or arresting people. Which do you do, arrest or educate?
We do a lot.
No, I appreciate that. So you do education mainly.
Pardon, please.
I say you do education mainly. So I'm looking at the way you mentioned that looking at the population of Ghana and the number of you who are produced, and it's not matching. The ratio is not matching. So granted that we produce a number of you, sanitation is a problem we are facing as a nation. So it means the more we produce, we are going to solve our sanitation challenge, right?
Yes, please.
And I'm asking that what is what new? What would be the strategy? Is it that you do education, or you help arrest those who litter or those who get our cities dirty?
Yes, I think we'll do more education. We'll emphasize on more education, and besides, we'll do some. Sometimes if we give you abatement notice, instant abatement notice, and you are not responded to that, we can send you to court. Yes, I think we are also.
So your training, when you come to my community and you come to my house, Linton, if you could hear me, if you come to my community, and you come to my house and you inspect my water, you inspect other sanitary conditions around my house, and I don't match up to the standard, then what do? You give me a notice, you send me to court. What do you do?
Yes, we don't just send people to court directly. What we do is that, first of all, we give you a abatement notice. We have some of them that we can just give you instant abatement notice.
What, abatement notice?
Yes, so that one we can just, like, instantly. Like, let's assume we come to your house, then there is let's say exposed to let me say feces. So that one we can just tell you right away there to collect it away, send it to disposable area. That one we can do it that way. And we have some that maybe you have to use some days to do it. Let's assume we come and then your house maybe your house is bushy. Instantly, maybe you cannot just do it. So we can tell you that, we are giving you 2 days or 3 days ultimatum to clear it. So we'll give you a notice concerning about that, in such a way that that notice is serving as a reference. In case one will come and you didn't do it, we can serve you like 2 or 3. So that 3 times, if you are not able to, that one we can send you to court. It means that we intentionally. So I think this is the mood that we
operate,
handle people. But we don't just send you to court. We don't just see feces in your house and we send you to court. No, we don't do that.
I think then your colleagues, you have only one school of hygiene in Accra?
Yes, please.
Because we really look forward to some of this abatement notice and letter, and first the offense, second offense, because we are being really swallowed by filth and debt all around us in the city center, in the capital. So rightly so. I mean, if your allowances are paid and more of you are trained and produced into the system, you solve a problem, a national problem or concern in that regard. Let me bring you back to your petition that you wrote. Some of your colleagues, you said they were omissions. These are people who legitimately should have been on the financial clearance. How did you know that?
Yes, actually, when the hologram came, they granted about that's 11,716 students. Yes, and from the list, what came was 11,400 and something. So it was about almost 300 students that were not packed. And we cross-checked. There is a list that you have to check. Me particularly, I was affected with those formations. So that our names were not part. So we have to draw them attention that this is what happened. And it took us about 2 weeks.
2 weeks for them to notice the names that have been omitted. So we are on the line with the national president for Coalition of Hygiene Students. They have sent a petition to the Ministry of Health. From our discussion and conversation, he tells us that Ministry of Health is actually responsible for their training, and then local government does the stationing and national service arrangements for them. So that is what they do, and then they also want the allowances that have been paid since the year 2020 to 2021, also infrastructure improvements at their school. We'll take a quick break, and when we are back, we'll look at some of the key demands and then possible remedies to this, as we call, or they call themselves, tankers students. So please stick and stay. I'll be right back.
The Christian Service University, a fully chartered private university in Ghana, is inviting applications for admission. Undergraduate programs include BSc Nursing and Midwifery, Computer Science, Information Technology, Bachelor of Business Administration, BA Communication Studies, Planning and Social Development, and Theology with Administration. Postgraduate programs include MSc in Accounting and Finance, Monitoring and Evaluation, Corporate Planning and Governance. We have MA MPhil Communication Studies, MA Christian Ministry with Management, Event Management, MPhil English and Mathematics Education. With quality, faculty and state-of-the-art facilities, we blend academic work with entrepreneurial mindset in all our programs. For more information, please call 0246 275375, 0240 154825, or 0244 596603, or visit our website www.csuc.edu.gh. CSU is located at Odenaho Kwadaso on the Kumasi Obuasi Road, 100 meters off Star Junction. Choose CSU today to secure the future of Africa.
And to make him better known. Don't call me, oh, don't call me. Ghana for Methodist Asafoma. WTV Enyamfienu 5 years. Hooray! Na enam emfienu mafidida. WTV ADNT. Or yet don't call me promo. And it says, Sawaya Ghana ni now our business. And Ejuma Kubia Opeso Bomu Deura. WTV say, Ye Babika, Ejuma Kuno, and as we got on Diano. Ya Bomu Deura na watching me 2 weeks at the amount. 1,000 Ghana cedis per Aubetia. Way a Yakwanya, WTV Airfaso at the Adawasi. What time the chief? I'm my doom pempenswa and never drink. Some promo here didn't was make a crack and die. Yanunti, Muamu, Makua, Mopesa Mobo Devruno, Muntu Tumrika, Namomrai, Fred WTVA, Nani Penfoning Como, Emfa don't call me promo 0593 110733, and now WhatsApp 0256 253461. WTV, reaching out to the world.
Welcome back from the break. So if you're just joining us, this is still the state. This afternoon we are in a conversation on Coalition of Hygiene Students in Ghana. Their president, I was on the line with earlier on, said if you popularly want to refer to them, they are called tankers people in the community because they are training. They are more concerned on environmental issues and sanitation issues. They have sent a petition to the Ministry of Health Health, and then asking for certain demands. And we've been looking at those demands. One has to do with the allowances that they haven't received since 2020. They've not even been posted after 2020, of issues of infrastructure. And then also there are forms that are delayed in submitting and getting them financial clearance. I've been speaking with the national president, Linton Bamie Hayes in the northern region, Hayes in Tamale, but to show Ghanaians how passionate and how serious the issue of hygiene students are, we have been joined in the studio by the General Secretary, Emmanuel Awuku. So he is the Secretary for the coalition. Emmanuel, welcome to the States.
Thanks for having us.
Great. And then the only woman amongst the fighters for this cause, she's Jessica Banu.
Yes, please.
Yes, Jessica Banu is the organizer. She has come all the way from Tamale in the northern region to make sure that their clearance goes through. So let me start with you, Jessica. Why have you traveled all this far to be in Accra?
Well, when the clearance came, our names, Tamale School of Hygiene, our names were omitted from the hologram of the clearance. So some of our leaders in Accra here, they were doing the follow-up. But since we are on our NSS leave month, I decided to also come and join for the follow-up. So during our follow-up, we see to it that every day they've been giving us different stories. So we decided to do a picketing at the premises of the ministry. Ministry
of Health.
Yes, please.
Okay, General Secretary Emmanuel. So
yes,
you are doing picketing now. So let's start from what has been the response of the ministry since you wrote this petition, and what is the status now?
Yes, please. This picketing was held on 22nd October. That is, let me say, less than a week ago, about around Tuesday, last week Tuesday. So when we had the picketing, pertaining your question, our concerns raised in the petition was about 4 concerns. The first one was the omission of names of Tamale School of Hygiene products who are currently on their NSS. So we petitioned the ministry demanding that they take abrupt steps so as to resolve the issue. Because number one, if your name is not in the hologram, you cannot fill your IPPD forms, which means your allowance will not be paid as a service personnel or as an allied health intern. So we petitioned the ministry to take steps so as to resolve the issue. And then number 2 was that those of us who were picketing at the ministry that day, most of them were from the Tamale School of Hygiene. And our second demand was that they allowed them to fill the IPPD form at the ministry right before we leave. So right away, they paid heed to our demand, and then the first and then the second demands, they gave us a supplementary list stamped by the Ministry of Finance, stating that yes, now they have corrected the omission. So now Tamale School of Hygiene, they are part of the supplementary hologram, and then they have also been allowed to fill the IPPD forms at the ministry. So far, those are the various responses we've gotten to the petition.
Okay.
They've added them to the hologram, and then they have also started allowing them to fill the forms at the ministry on that very day.
Was it for your interaction with them? Was it deliberate? Did they intend to leave out the names of how many students were affected from your place?
102.
102.
Yes, please.
Of them were omitted.
Exactly.
So what was the rationale? What did they say was the reason for? It was technical. It was.
Yes, when we made the hologram was released, the hologram together with the financial clearance were released as of July. But it was given to us in August. So when we found out that we went to the Ministry of Health, what they told us was the mistake was from the Allied Health Professions Council. What actually happened was that they replaced the names of those eligible to get with their seniors. I mean, those people who are to be paid the monies this year, they replaced their names with their seniors. So when you check the old hologram, you realize that it is the names of people who completed Tamale School of Hygiene in 2022. Okay. Those were their names. Those are their names. I mean, those are the names inside the hologram representing Tamale School of Hygiene 2023. So we went to the Allied Health Council. on about 3 occasions. And on the second and the third occasions, they told us that they have sent the corrected names to the Ministry of Health. So now if we have any issues, we have to contact the Ministry of Health.
The Ministry of Health.
Exactly. So from the origin of the problem is the Allied Health Professions Council.
And have you engaged them? Have you engaged them? When did you come under Allied Health?
Yes, we come under we deal with Allied Health because Allied Health is like a regulatory body. You see, nurses, they have the Nursing and Midwifery Council.
Yes.
And then for us, we fall under the Allied Health Professions. Yes. According to our structure, we fall under the Allied Health Professions Council. So the Allied Health Professions Council is like a regulatory body for our institution.
Yes.
And that is the reason why I think the Ministry of Health found it credible to take our database from there. So it is like, I don't know if we can blame it on human error or...
Exactly. I wanted to find out from there. So are your people still picketing there? No, Jessica, you have left the Ministry of Health.
Yes, please.
Premises.
Yes, please.
What happened and you left? What did they tell you? Or once you're able to fill your IPPD forms?
Yes, please. We actually saw the document that was stamped that the clearance was given to us. So, and we were allowed to fill the forms. And those who was able to fill it at their various municipalities and districts.
Yes.
They also came to submit their forms.
At the Ministry.
At the Ministry of Health.
So the IPPD forms, definitely you have to fill them at your districts.
Yes, please.
Before you don't even bring them.
Yes,
yes,
we are not
supposed to.
You see, as students, sorry,
please.
As students, we are not even supposed to know the way to the ministry. As students, or let me say, as graduates who are about to write their final paper, looking at our level, we are not even supposed to know the road to the ministry. This IPPD forms is supposed to be filled by your HR for you.
Yes, it's an HR function.
Yes, please. It's supposed to be filled by your HR. And you see, most of us, the majority of School of Hygiene trainees offered environmental health. So in doing our service or our internship, we are posted to the various municipal and municipal district councils, which is the common agency to practice environmental health. When you go to your HR, when it is time for you to fill the IPPD form and you go to your HR, they tell you that you are, they don't know anything about it. And then also, so when those issues started arising, we went to the ministry, our leadership. I was even part of the delegation who went to the ministry. We went to the ministry and then they told us to go to the health directorates. At the health directorates too, they tell you that you are not serving under Ghana Health Service.
At the head directory. So yes. Interesting. You've raised an interesting subject there. So when I was speaking with your president, you realize that technically, it is when you are in school that you are under Ministry of Health.
Yes.
Yes,
please.
When you are done, like you are now getting out of your service year, which you have served your mandatory national service, yes. You come under local government.
Yes, please. That's the majority of us.
Yes.
Yes.
So why are you fighting MOH and not local government?
In fact, this very issue is one of the numerous issues which I would say stakeholders and governmental personalities need to look at it for us as hygiene trainees. Because we are in school, they tell us that Ministry of Health takes care of our training. When it comes to training us as health professionals, as allied health professionals, Ministry of Health takes care of our training. And that is why, after all, we fall under the Allied Health Professions Council. Then, when it comes to administrative duties and then implementing of developmental structures on our campus, it is taken care of by Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources.
Okay.
It is taken care of by Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources. Then, when we complete school finally, after writing our final paper, then the majority get posted under local government service.
So within your circle, yes. You operate more
about three ministries.
So it's one of the problems that you are in.
Exactly. So when there are issues affecting hygiene trainees and we want to go and see any stakeholders, or if you are not technically inclined, or if you don't really know the issues, you don't really know who to go and see when there are issues like this. For example, trainee allowance. School of Hygiene trainees have been in school now. About 2 years now. Just recently, I heard nurses have received their training allowances. Yes, they are health trainees. But what about us? Are we also not health trainees? But Ministry of Sanitation is responsible for paying us training allowances.
Okay.
We are all, in this country, we are all not unaware of the fact that when it comes to health training allowances, it is the Ministry of Health that pays health training allowances. But we understand that there was an agreement some time ago in the past where the Ministry of Sanitation and then the Ministry of Health were made to, let me say, come to an agreement that Sanitation Ministry would take care of hygiene training allowances. But here lies the case where nurses are receiving their allowances. The Health Ministry is paying hygiene training allowances, but School of Hygiene, we are not getting it for 2 years now, which is, I mean, training allowances in this case.
So now that they've made you fill the IPPD forms at the ministry,
yes,
you have seen that it is, has it gotten to Ministry of Finance or it's on the way to Ministry of Finance?
Well, we can't best tell, but some people are yet to come and fill and some too are yet to submit their IPPD forms.
So 103 of you?
Yes,
103 of you?
Yes, please.
Did you all come to Accra to picket?
No.
Those of you who need money badly came?
Yes. Everyone need money badly, but though some people were complaining of financially, they don't have money. To transport and come.
So those of you who came, about how many of you?
We were about 30.
30.
Yes,
you have been able to fill your IPPD forms at the IPPD office at the ministry?
Yes, please.
The 70 plus, how would they fill their form and then bring it?
Later, the next day, some were able to come.
They came down to Accra?
Yes, as at Friday, some people came and filled, yes.
So what are they telling you? Must you always come and fill your IPPD forms in Accra? Did you find out whether this measure, what have they put in place to prevent such occurrence where you need to travel to come and fill IPPD forms in Accra?
Yeah, Ima. I think that is our third petition, where we demanded that the ministry takes steps so because we are already suffering the same fate. So we are already suffering this fate, so we don't want our juniors to come and suffer again. So due to this, we petitioned the ministry to put measures in place so that people don't need to travel from the north and come to Accra to fill their IPPD forms. Based on the fact that they are hygiene trainees, they are not nurses. When they go to the various regional and then the district health directorates, they tell them they are not nurses. So, because what we were told at the ministry is that those people who cannot come to Accra, they should go to the health directorate. We were told that at the HR department of the Ministry of Health. That is what we were told.
But it's not the first time people are filling IPPD forms.
That is it. In the past, that is what has been happening. Hygiene trainees need to travel from the north. Some need to travel from the Ashanti region, Kumasi, the capital. Some need to travel from Ho to come to Accra to fill IPPD forms before their money comes.
Yeah, because of these challenges, some people up to date, they've not gotten their allowance for 3 years now, 4 years, 5 years.
Are you hopeful that they will get?
Well, because it's been so many years, I don't think.
It is years. It has been years, and that was what made us. Should I say angry? That was what made us.
I'm looking at the consequence of your action by picketing, and then you've not received and you say you are going back to Tamale. When you get back to Tamale and they tell you that it didn't go through, you come back.
Yes. Well, yes, we'll come back. The reason for us going back, we have an upcoming exams to write.
As Allied Health intends, the Allied Health is about the Allied Health Professions Council. Is about to organize.
Continuous professional medicine for you people.
Yes, the licensure exam, the main licensure.
You also take licensure exam?
Yes, please.
So we are supposed to go back to our various, the nearest facilities where we can write the Allied Health exams to write it.
So let me get this. You are done with your national service?
Yes, we are almost done.
Almost done?
Yes, please.
Then you are now going to write your licensure?
Yes, please.
So after licensure, then you are posted?
Yes, after licensure, then we get posted.
So this money is just for national service?
Yes, please.
But you'll be paid salary when you are posted?
Yes, please.
Oh, you don't know that one?
Yes.
We are aware of it.
You'll be paid salaries when you are posted. So you are fighting for what is due you during the service year as you were serving.
Yes, please.
And we have been serving since last year, around November, right?
Yes, please.
Yes, last year since November.
Early November.
And we have not even received a CD.
Allowance?
Yes, as service allowances.
So when you are posted to the facility to do your national service,
yes,
where the communities that you are in, who takes care of your accommodation, your upkeep, your feeding, since you are not getting allowance?
Your own headache. You have to accommodate yourself, feed yourself, transport to work. It's on your own.
Were you told that before you started the course?
Yes.
That this is a suffering program?
No. No, we weren't told that. In fact, I have my posting letter with me here, which told me that I am under the Ministry of Health and I will be receiving allowances every month.
And since November, almost 1 year?
Yes, please. Almost 1 year, I have not even received a CD. So we were assured in our posting. In fact, the National Service Scheme takes care of our posting.
Yeah.
I mean, our distribution to our various facilities. So they told us that we have been placed under the category of Ministry of Health. For that matter, the Ministry of Health will take care of our allowances when we are posted. So we were expecting that since November, we will start receiving some monies.
And nothing has come.
November came. Nothing. December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October.
Nothing. So how do you survive? You're magicians. Where do you get money? Or you going for loans?
Well, sometimes we do call our parents at home. Like, they do also complain that there's no money. So they feel that some of our colleagues are also doing their national service with us. They are taking their money monthly. Why are we not taking ours? So some of our parents think that we are telling lies to them that we are not taking their money. But that isn't the case.
I really feel for your this. So we'll be wrapping up. Let's talk to your president. And Linton, if you can hear, your colleagues are here in the studio. What are your final words? Mr. Bami. Hello, President.
Hello.
So you see your colleagues in the studio here with us, also affirming what you say. What are your final words as we wrap up? Yes, Linton. Hello? Yeah. What are your final words, Linton? Okay, if we cannot hear. Okay, Jessica. Yes, let me just take few. We are about wrapping up. What are your last thoughts? What are your final words you want to say regarding your course of action?
Well, what I have to say is that we pray so that they finalize everything and then we receive our money very soon. We don't want them to delay us. Yeah. So far, they've started paying some people.
They started paying some people?
Yes.
Okay.
But with our issue, the Tamale School of Hygiene, we pray that they finalize everything and start with the payment.
With the payment. Okay. Ima, General Secretary, your final words.
Yes, please. For me, I would just urge stakeholders. I mean, school authorities, ministers, and all other big personalities who are in our, let me say, who are our leaders, to see School of Hygiene trainees as one of the important people who help in nation building, because it is not easy. It's not easy for us where you be in school, colleague nurses are receiving their monies as allowances and you are not getting.
You are not getting.
Yes, you are on national service too. Colleague service personnel are receiving their monies every month. You are not getting it. So it is like the environmental health profession, or let me say the tanker's job is not being respected in this country.
Thank you very much, gentlemen and lady, for joining us on the show. Thank you, President Linton Bami in the Northern Region, Emmanuel Awuku, Jessica Banu, organizer, for joining us on the show. And good news is that the action has been taken to be able to fill their form. Please, powers that be, what these young people are saying is that they want to serve Mother Ghana. They've been trained to do so. Hygiene is 2/3 of health. The whole of health. Hygiene constitutes 2/3. It's an area that demands our attention and focus. We are hoping that authorities and stakeholders please pay these young ones. Tamale people will have to travel back to go and write their exam. They traveled all the way just for financial clearance. We are hoping that the conversation will continue. If you can hear us, and if you know who you can talk to really come to the aid of hygiene students in Ghana. Viewers, it's been wonderful having you join the conversation. I'm back on Wednesday on your set. Please take care. Goodbye.